रमे राम मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्वयम् राम नाम परायणे सरस्वती कामला रमय ये कभी न होय चितभाव गौरी गणेश कामला रमय सदा विदान सबरम साढ़े ग्राम सुनो बिनती आए साढ़े ग्राम सुनो बिनती मोरे हो वरदान दया कर पाओ दया कर पाओ साढ़े ग्राम अरे सुना बिनती मोरे वरदान दया कर पाओ प्रात समय मुखे मंजन करके प्रेम सहित प्रभु कौन आऊं प्रात समय मुखे मंजन करके प्रेम सहित प्रभु कौन आऊं रूप दीप तुलसी का माला बना 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 पूर्ण चढ़ाऊं श्री हो वरदान दया कर पाऊं जो यहाँ मिले प्रभु हमको भोग लगा कर भोजन पाओ एक भोन चन अमृत लेकर कुटुंब सहित मैं को तपताओ श्री हो वरदान दया कर पाओ ग्राम अरे सुन बिनती मोरे साढ़े ग्राम अरे सुन बिनती मोरे यह वरदान दया कर पाओ रोज यहाँ जो यहाँ मिले प्रभु हमको भोग लगा कर भोजन पाऊं एक भोन चन्न अमृत लेकर कुटुंब सहित मैं को तपताओ श्री यह वरदान दया कर पाऊं साढ़े ग्राम अरे सुन बिनती मोरे साढ़े ग्राम अरे सुन बिनती मोरे यह वरदान दया कर पाओ अरे यह वरदान दया कर पाओ अरे यह वरदान साढ़े ग्राम अरे सुन बिनती मोरे यह वरदान दया कर पाओ आई वृंदावन का हरे कृष्णा कन्हैया सबकी आंखों दाता वृंदावन का, ये वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया। मन ही मन क्यों जले राधिका, मोहन तू है सबका प्यारा, वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया। जमुना तट पर नंद खिलाना, जब जब रास रसाई रे। जमुना तट पर नंद खिलाना, जब जब रास रसाई रे। तन मन डोले राधा ऐसी, बंसी मधुर बजाया रे। सुन बुध खोल कर, सुन बुध खोल करे गोपिया, ऐसा जादू धारा, वृंदावन का, ये वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया। रंग सड़ोना ऐसा जैसे छाई हो गति सावन की। रंग सड़ोना ऐसा जैसे छाई हो गति सावन की। तेरे मैं तो हुई दीवानी, मनमोहन मन भावन की। तेरे कारण देखा सुरतिया में जागा सारा, वृंदावन का, ये वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया। रामा वृंदावन का, ये वृंदावन का कृष्ण कन्हैया। बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी, बोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी। बोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी। बोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी। तुम्हारे बैल को नीवा मंगाए दो, तुम्हारे बैल को नीवा मंगाए दो। तुम्हारे बैल को नीवा मंगाए दो। तुम पतिया अब भांग भर गगरी, भोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी। भोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी। भोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी, अरे भोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी। जापत जानत नाही, जोगिरी जापत जानत नाही। जोगिरी जापत जानत नाही, तिनके धर्म करम जय बिगरी। भोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी। बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी। भोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी, अरे भोला बाबा बसो। दिकरी सहाय मगन निशिवासर, दिकरी सहाय मगन निशिवासर। दिकरी सहाय मगन निशिवासर, शिव शिव नाम जपत पत पगरी। भोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी, भोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी। बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी, बसो मोरे नगरी। भोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी, भोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी, अरे भोला बाबा बसो मोरे नगरी।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः, श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः, श्री गुरु चरण कमलेभ्यो गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णु शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं, प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। वक्रतुण्डं महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ, निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलं ययते गिरिं, यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
आपवित्र पवित्र सर्वावस्थं गतोऽप्य यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष सभायं तना शुचि स्नानं पाढ्यम् अर्घ्यम् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
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 नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
वेद सूक्तं स्वायुक्तं यज्ञशामा समन्विते सर्वे प्रणे देवा वाससी प्रतिग्रेटां सर्वभूषाटिके लौम्य लज्जा निवारण मयोपकारवस्त्रम् उपवस्त्रं समर्पयामि ॐ श्री विष्णवे नमः यज्ञोपवीतं परमं पवित्रं स्थापितं पुरुषं तटन्ये आयुषमुग्रं प्रतिमुंशुशुभ्रं यज्ञोपवीतं बलमस्तु तेज त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्षमामृतात् नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा
नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण 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 ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा
नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण 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 ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा
नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण 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 ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा
नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण 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 ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा
नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण 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 ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा
ॐ गन्धद्वारा दुरदर्शं नित्य पुष्पकरीशिनीम् ईश्वरं तामहो श्रीगन्धदानं समर्पयामि वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचार्मुरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं काण्डात् काण्डात् पुरोहन्ते पुरुका पुरुषस्परे एवानु दुर्वे प्रतानु नाशते न चाहते कोमलदानं समर्पयामि गणेनाथा गजवरना गणेनाथा दीनबन्धो
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबन्धो
गणेनाथा गजवरना गणेनाथा दीनबन्धो
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबन्धो
ॐ हरिद्राय सर्वसौभाग्यदायिनी सर्वालङ्कारमुक्तामि देवी त्वं प्रतिग्रहीतां देवी त्वं प्रतिग्रहीतां गणनाता गजवरना गणनाता दीनबंधो
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधो
सिद्धिदाता गजानना सिद्धिदाता गजानना बोधि प्रदायक विनायका ओ बुद्धि प्रदायक विनायका पार्वती नंदन भव भयभंजन पार्वती नंदन भव भयभंजन युग युग वंजन जय श्री गणेशा युग युग वंजन जय श्री गणेशा गणनाता गजवरना गणनाता दीनबंधो सिंदूरं शोभनं रक्ता सौभाग्ये प्रियवर्णं ताम्रं मोक्षं चैव सिंदूरं प्रतिगृहीतं गजवरना गणनाता दीनबंधो ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर 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 महादेवा हर 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 महादेवा हर 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 महादेवा हर 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 महादेवा ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर बम 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 भोला हर बम भोला धिमी तक मृदंग भोला सत्यं शिवं सुंदरं ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ जय 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 दुर्गा 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 माँ दुर्गे 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 जय जय 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 माँ अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बे माँ अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बे माँ दुर्गा भवानी जगदम्बे माँ गीता भवानी जगदम्बे माँ शक्ति भवानी जगदम्बे माँ ओ शक्ति भवानी जगदम्बे माँ अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बे माँ वीर हनुमान अति बलवान राम राम रसिया रे हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे
हनुमान अति बलवान राम राम रसिया रे हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे
वीर हनुमान अति बलवान राम राम रसिया रे हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे
हनुमान अति बलवान राम राम रसिया रे हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे
राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय बोलो हनुमान की
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 वीरा हनुमान अति बलवान राम राम रसिया रे हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे
हनुमान अति बलवान राम राम रसिया रे हे प्रभु
ब्रह्मस्तु कृष्णार्पणम् रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
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 वीरा हनुमान अति बलवान राम राम रसिया रे हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे
वीरा हनुमान अति बलवान राम राम रसिया रे हे प्रभु मन बसिया रे
आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में
आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में
आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में
आओ बैठो जपो
तांबूलम समर्पयामि
शिव जी की मंदिर में
शिव जी की मंदिर शिव जी की मंदिर शिव जी की मंदिर में
शिव जी की मंदिर शिव जी की मंदिर शिव जी की मंदिर में
आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में
आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में
सोना की यह मूर्ति बनी है
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 लक्ष्मण और हनुमान शिव जी की मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में आचमन्यम समर्पयामि दक्षिणादानं समर्पयामि आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में
आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में
तुलसीदास बजो भगवान
तुलसीदास भजो भगवान
तुलसीदास बजो भगवान
तुलसीदास भजो भगवान
हनु 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 हनुमान शिव जी की मंदिर में आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में
आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी की मंदिर में
शंकर शिवा शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
शंकर शिवा शंभो महादेव शंकर शिवा
ओ शंकर शिवा शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
शंकर शिवा शंभो महादेव शंकर शिवा
शंकर गुरु शंकर बहत बाली शंकर गुरु
शंकर गुरु शंकर बहुत मान शंकर गुरु
नन्ही वाहन शंकर शिवा
नंदी वाहन शंकर शिवा
बोलो शंकर शिवा
बोलो शंकर शिवा
बोलो शंकर शिवा
बोलो शंकर शिवा
नागा भोजन शंकर शिवा
नागा भोजन शंकर शिवा
ओ नागा भोजन शंकर शिवा
नागा
ओ शंकर शिवा शंकर शिवा शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
शंकर शिवा शंकर शिवा शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
ओ शंकर शिवा शंकर शिवा शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
शंकर शिवा शंकर शिवा शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
ओ शंकर गुरु शंकर भक्त बानी शंकर गुरु
शंकर गुरु शंकर भगवान शंकर गुरु
नन्नी वाहन शंकर शिवा
नंदी वाहन शंकर शिवा
बोलो शंकर शिवा
बोलो शंकर शिवा
बोलो शंकर शिवा
बोलो शंकर शिवा
नागा भोजन शंकर शिवा
नागा भोजन शंकर शिवा
नागा भोजन शंकर शिवा
नागा भोजन शंकर शिवा
ओ शंकर शिवा शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
शंकर शिवा शंकर शिवा शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
बोलो शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
बोलो शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
बोलो शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा
उमापति महादेव की जय वृंदावन में अनिलाल की जय सच्ची सनातन धर्म की जय करा हो जाए भागवत आरती लीजिए रिजोल्ट प्लीज stand as we join in the भागवत आरती भागवतम जय 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 भागवतम
जय 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 भागवतम जय 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 भागवतम
जय 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 भागवतम जय 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 भागवतम
जय 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 भागवतम जय 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 भागवतम
जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती
पापियों को पाप से है तारती
जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती
पापियों को पाप से है तारती
अमर गंतये मुक्ति पंचये पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला
ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मोती पंचये पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला
हरि गान यही वरदान
हरि गान यही वरदान यही
जग की मंगल की आरती
पापियों को पाप से है तारती
जय जय भागवत भगवान की है आरती
पापियों को पाप से है तारती
शांति गीत पावन पुनीत पाको कुमिटाने वाला हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला
ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत पापों को मिटाने वाला हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला
हे सुगम करनी ये दुख हरनी,
ये सुख करनी ये दुख हरनी,
ये मधुसूदन की आरती।
पापियों को पाप से है तारती,
जय जय भागवत भगवान की हे आरती।
पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
ये मधुर बोल जगपंत बोल, सन्मान दिखाने वाला, बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला।
ये मधुर बोल जगपंत बोल, सन्मार्ग दिखाने वाला, बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला।
श्री राम ही घनश्याम ही,
श्री राम यही घनश्याम यही,
सबकी महिमा की आरती।
पापियों को पाप से है तारती,
जय जय भागवत भगवान की हे आरती।
पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
जय 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 भागवतम, जय 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 भागवतम,
जय 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 भागवतम, जय 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 भागवतम,
जय 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 भागवतम, जय 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 भागवतम,
जय 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 भागवतम, जय 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 भागवतम।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो,
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 राधा रमन हरि गोविंद 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 बोलो,
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल 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 बोलो।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरि मुरारी,
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरि मुरारी,
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरि मुरारी,
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरि मुरारी।
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा,
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा,
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा,
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो,
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 बाके बिहारी नंद लाला की 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 बोलो,
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल 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 बोलो।
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम,
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम,
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम,
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम।
परब्रह्मा शिव हरि ओम,
परब्रह्मा शिव हरि ओम,
परविष्णु शिव हरि ओम,
परविष्णु शिव हरि ओम,
परब्रह्मा शिव हरि ओम,
परब्रह्मा शिव हरि ओम,
परविष्णु शिव हरि ओम
परविष्णु शिव हरि ओम
हरि ओम जय शिव 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 ओम
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंद
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
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 राधे गोविंद गोपाला जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला हरि बोल
राधे गोविंद गोपाला जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला
राधे गोविंद गोपाला जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला
राधे गोविंद गोपाला जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
साई गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
साई गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
राधे गोविंद गोपाला जय गोविंद राधे 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 गोपाला
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
कृष्णा मधुसूदना मधुसूदना कृष्णा
गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
साई गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
साई गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला
राधे गोविंद गोपाला जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला
राधे गोविंद गोपाला जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला
चित चोदा यशोदा की माँ नवनीत चोर गोपाल
चोरा यशोदा की माँ नवनीत चोर गोपाल
चित चोदा यशोदा की माँ नवनीत चोर गोपाल
चोरा यशोदा की माँ नवनीत चोर गोपाल
गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे गोपी गोपी बाला गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे मुरली ज्ञान लोला गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे गोपी गोपी बाला गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे हे मुरली जय जय गिरिधर गोपाल गोपाला जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला बोलो
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला
चित जोदा यशोदा की माँ नवनीत जोर गोपाल
जोदा यशोदा की माँ नवनीत जोर गोपाल
गोपाल गोपाल
गोपाल
गोपाल गोपाल जय जय गिरिवर्धन गोपाल
जय जय गिरिवर्धन गोपाल
जय जय गिरिवर्धन गोपाल
जय जय गिरिवर्धन गोपाल
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला हरि बोल
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला
चित जोदा यशोदा की माँ नवनीत चोर गोपाल वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की सत्य सनातन धर्म की
जोर गोपाल
नवनीत चोर गोपाल
नवनीत जोर गोपाल
नवनीत चोर गोपाल
नवनीत जोर गोपाल
Jai Sitaram, Namaste, Sai Ram, Assalamu Alaikum, and a very special good evening to all. It is my pleasure this evening to welcome you on behalf of the spiritual leader Pandit Sunil Seetahal Maharaj and members and executive of the Ganesh Utsav Foundation. To you, our fellow devotees, we welcome you. It is so good to see so many of you supporting this venture and also for your benefit as well. We have among us friends of different ethnic group. We welcome you without pride or prejudice. Hence the reason why I do my opening like that, because I know we have people from all walks of life present here. You know, a few days ago, someone called, I mean a lot of people called, but someone, this really caught me. They called and they said that, you know, we have been listening to this Bhagwat on the television and on the radio sometimes, and I want you to do something for me. I want you to thank Pandit Sunil, because Bhagwat these days is very rare, right? And we are here and we are enjoying it because we are unable to come. Actually, they live in Sandy Grande, and we are unable to come. And make sure and tell him, well, Pandit, on behalf of those devotees, they want to say thank you, so we say thank you to you. But not only Pandit, we have our sponsors to really thank for this as well. They have given so much and so generously so that we were able to air this entire Bhagwat to the world at large. May Bhagwan really richly bless you and continue to give you the strength, the financial support that we so need in this time here, and continue to do all the good things in your life. May Bhagwan richly bless you, your families, your businesses, and may you grow from strength to strength. To our Kirtan Mandali, you have been filling this Yagashala with divine music. You really enhance this Bhagwat. To our specially invited guests as well, we thank you and we welcome you. To the various media houses present here, we have 103, no, this evening we don't have 103. We have Sankhya Television, we have 101.7, and U97.5. We welcome you as well, and keep up doing the good work and transmitting this Bhagwat to the world at large. To those of you viewing and listening to us on the World Wide Web, both locally and internationally, we say welcome. It is always a pleasure to have you in our company for prayer and devotion. I know some of you may think, well, this is the last night. It is the last night, but it's not the end of the Bhagwat. The Bhagwat ends tomorrow morning with a Gaudan. So the invitation is yours to join us tomorrow morning for the ending session. And those of you who are feeling sad, just remember we have Ganesh Utsav just around the corner. I think it's the first week or second week in September. So you have something to look forward to. The venue for this one will be our new temple site. So keep that in mind. Let us all now get into that frame of mind as we get ready to listen to the beautiful katha taken from the Bhagwat Puran. I now hand you over to a very knowledgeable Pandit, Panditji, Pandit Sunil Seetahal Maharaj. Sitaram.
I want to thank you for welcoming us. I had no clue. I just got invited to the Ganesh Utsav at the temple site too. So I'm trying to figure out if that's where we are having the Ganesh Utsav. Radhe Govinda Gopala, Jai Govinda Radhe Gopala.
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 Om Shri Ganesha Namah, Shri Saraswate Namah, Shri Guru Charana Kamanebhyo Govinda Namo Namah. Varnanam Rita Sanganam Rasanam Chandra Samapi Mangalanam Chakaritaro Vande Vani Vinayako Bhavani Shankaro Vanne Shraddha Vishwaswarupino Yabhyam Vinana Pashanti Siddha Swantastamishwaram. In one voice, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Par Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruvi Namah. Radhe Govinda Gopala, Jai Govinda Radhe Gopala.
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 Krishna Madhusundana, Madhusundana Krishna.
Krishna Madhusudana, Madhusudana Krishna.
Krishna Madhusundana, Madhusundana Krishna.
Krishna Madhusudana, Madhusudana Krishna.
Govinda Govinda Gopala,
Baju Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Baju Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Baju Govinda Govinda Gopala.
Radhe Govinda Gopala, Jai Govinda Radhe Gopala.
Radhe Govinda Gopala, Jai Govinda Radhe Gopala.
In our 2 o'clock session, we saw where Bhagwan Krishna and his friends, they went out into the forest. And as they went out into the forest, what will happen? They started feeling hungry and they went in search of food. And so in a distance, they started to smell the smoke of the Hawan. And so they thought that because the smell was filling the atmosphere, in a place where the smell was coming from, that place will surely have food. So they made their way to that place, but the holy people were sitting and they were performing the Yagna. And so the holy people sitting along with their wives and performing the Yagna, Lord Krishna, he requested food, and so they chased him away. Chasing him away, what will happen? The wives got up, and what they will do? They took the vessels containing the food and they gave it to Krishna and his friends. The men folk were angry already for being disturbed from praying. And so the women folk wondered if they could get more vex. Were you ever angry and get more angry? Were you ever vexed and get vexera? Huh? Is there any such thing? You're angry, you are angry. Not more angry, not less angry. You are angry, you are angry. And so Bhagwan Krishna, what will happen? The Leela continues. The Leela of Krishna continues. Krishna, he's a child, he's playing, and he's in the veranda. What is the veranda? What is the veranda? In song, in bhajan, in scripture, in Sanskrit, veranda is Angana. Aao mere Angana, Durga Bhavani. Please come. Come to my home, but come through the front door. This is what you're saying. Come through the front. Because the veranda is always in the, well, supposed to be in the front. But because of your geographic location and the land and different things, it may vary. But you say, please come, but come through the front. Come through the front and ward away all negative energies. And so Bhagwan Krishna, he's sitting in the veranda. But in a distance, he's hearing a bean calling. She's the Pal Walia. Pal means fruit. Walia means the salesperson, the fruit salesperson. And she has a basket on top of her head. You remember in time gone by, everybody had a market basket. You all remember that? Can you remember? Some people will hold a basket in their hand. Some people will hug the basket up. And some people will put the basket on top of their head. Have you ever seen that before? She has a basket of fruits on top of her head. And Krishna, hearing her coming in a distance, you know what he does? Krishna begins to scream from the veranda. Ek pal de do na, ek pal de do na. Can you give to me one fruit? Ek pal de do na. Can you please give me one fruit? Ever saw the little child when the ice cream van is passing? Ever saw the little child when the snow cone man is passing? Huh? As children, when we were growing up, we were happy when the snow cone man will pass. Yesterday, in our 2 o'clock session, Cindy, in our 2 o'clock session yesterday, we had snow cone. Everybody had snow cone, not just snow cone. Snow cone with what? Oh. You never had good childhood days if you never ate condensed milk and bread. You never had good childhood days if you never ate powder milk and Milo mixed together. You never had good childhood days if you didn't teeth the condensed milk. It tastes better when you teeth it, isn't it? And here we are calling Lord Krishna thief when we too stole. When we too stole away. And so what will happen? It says, having the basket of fruits on her head, she's walking through the entire place. But Krishna catches her attention. What will happen? Krishna Kanaiya, Krishna Kanaiya, 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 Kanaiya Re.
Krishna Kanaiya, Krishna Kanaiya, 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 Kanaiya Re.
Krishna Kanaiya, Krishna Kanaiya, 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 Kanaiya Re.
Oh Krishna Kanaiya, Krishna Kanaiya, 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 Kanaiya Re.
Ek pal de do na. The basket is full and he's begging for one fruit. You and I, we have plenty, but how much are we willing to give or share? How much are you willing to part with? You're willing to give people who are willing to help themselves, isn't it? But you're not willing to help people who just cry themselves down all the time. You should not be foolish, you should be intelligent. God helps those who first try to help them. Look at the person next to you and ask them, how are you? Look at the person next to you and ask them, you know what time it is? Ask them. Tell them it's Bhagwat time. Tell them. Tell them it's Bhagwat time. Ask them now for me. Are you a charitable being? Ask them. Are you charitable? Or you're a little stingy? Ask them. Ask them. Don't be afraid. Ask them. It says, she stops. And as she stops and she takes the basket down from her head and she puts it on the ground, Krishna rushes to the basket. And he opens the cover and he looks at her. And with a smile that he's giving her, he has already mesmerized her heart. But she sums up her courage to speak. Do you know some people have no summing up to do? They just bold face. Actually, let me change that. They brass face. They have no summing up to do. They have no conscience. They don't care. Anything they want, they're just free to open their mouth and ask. Anybody who knows me, anybody who knows me, and let me change that. Anybody who knows anything about me knows that I am the last person asking you for anything. I expect you to know on your own. I am not going to tell. I am not going to demand. I am not going to say you have to. I am not. And if there is a need, I'll have to shine up my courage. Then to ask. Krishna, you know what he does? Krishna goes to the basket, he's smiling, and she sums up her courage and she looks at the child and she says, I'm not giving away, no. I am selling. I'm not giving away. He said, no problem, I'm coming back. He rushes into the veranda and he goes into the box with the dhan. You all know what is dhan? What is dhan? There is a difference with dhan and dhan. Dhan is wealth. Dhan is money. What is dhan? Dhan is rice. He goes into the box of rice and he takes up a handful of rice. But he's a child, huh? Think about what is going to happen. Think about what is going to happen with the handful of rice. Krishna Kanaiya, Krishna Kanaiya, 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 Kanaiya Re.
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 Every footstep he makes, some of the rice falling. By the time he reaches to her, he has few grains in his hand. But you see, he's doing it with grace. He's smiling. He's a child. And you consider the children to be? You consider the children to be what? What's the word? Innocent. You consider the children to be innocent, isn't it? That's why when the children grow up and they pass, they're in their teens, you still think that they're popo. You stop supervising their phone and you stop supervising their company and you stop supervising anything because you think the popo innocent. Huh? And then bam, you see on Facebook popo whining in some kind of function and you say where this was and popo make up an excuse, but you see in your mind it's popo and innocent. So you say, oh, I saw it, and you're convinced. The popo have a way to convince you. Aji, buy me an iTunes card now. I need 500 US. That's a little bit. Aji say, go and ask Aja. Aja say, go back by Aji. Aji have the money. Will you buy it? Will you not buy it? The child come and say, I need it for school. That's what they say, I need it for school. You buy anything. It says, he presents the few grains of rice to her. But she accepts this not in a basket, in her urani. She collects it in her urni. And so placing it in her urni, she then empties it into her basket. When you give this Seetahal, when you have a puja at home, and the Baba gives you back some grains, where does he put it? And where do you put it? See where that came from? See where that philosophy came from? And listen to why, Auntie Angie. Listen to why. She takes her basket and she's about to pick it up, and Krishna smiles. But by the time she's ready to take up her basket, he took his dhoti and emptied all the fruits inside of his dhoti. And now her basket is empty. She has nothing in her basket. If you were her, what would you have done? If you were her, what would you have done? Sharon, if you were her, what would you have done? You don't know? Shana, what would you have done? Sintra, what would I do? Take it back from the little child. Huh? You know what she did? She put her basket on her head with grace. Empty basket. She know it empty, but she's still going to the market and she have nothing to sell. Sometimes in life you get confused. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to do it. You have no clue. And as she places the basket on her head and she's going, you know what happened? All she can think about is a smile of Krishna. All she can think about is a smile. Turn to the person next to you and smile. What kind of smile is that? Give them a real smile. Turn to them and smile. Sharon. Nuts. Smile. Smile with each other. And then smile with her. Oh. All she can remember is this smile. And remembering this smile, every time she remembers this smile, she smiles. And so remembering this smile and smiling like she's, what's the word? Pagal. You ever remember something and start to laugh hard? And everybody say, will you remember? And you say, nah, you don't worry. I can't tell you. If I tell you, I can't tell you. That's something I can't tell you. And so, going down the road, she's singing, Krishna Kanaiya, Krishna Kanaiya, 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 Kanaiya Re.
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 But she has a problem. The light empty basket has become so unbearable now on top of her head that by the time she reaches to the market, all she wants to do is put the basket down. And as she places the basket down on the ground and she opens the basket, lo and behold, the entire basket is overflowing with gems and pearls and jewelry. And she wonders, what kind of jadoo is this? I gave away my fruits, and now here I am receiving gems. That's why you put the green in your cupboard, so that Bhagwan will multiply the food in your home. But when you get the dal, or you get the bean, or you get the rice from your Baba, you're supposed to cook from it, and you're supposed to keep back some. Long ago, the Baba will burst the bag and give you a few rice grains, just like Krishna gave a few rice grains. Huh? But you can't cook few rice grains. So now they give you a substantial amount. But when you're cooking it, what do you cook it with? Hello, everybody went silent. When you're cooking it, what do you cook it with? Do you cook it Sunday lunch? Bigfoot jumping? How do you cook it? It is holy, it is blessed, it is sanctified, it is sacred, and so it should be treated as this. Tonight I want to tell you that food is holy, sacred, and sanctified. Food is a blessing. Tell the person next to you, food is a blessing. Tell them. And that's why before you eat your food, you're supposed to offer it to Bhagwan, to God. That's before you eat your food, you're supposed to bow to the food. Give thanks to Bhagwan. Thank you, Bhagwan, for blessing me with food. But you get down in the food and you eat and you eat and you eat. Long ago, in the puja, before anybody will eat, they will give thanks to Bhagwan. And they will offer some of the food in the fire. You all remember that? The old lady will say, I'm going to Lagawe Bhog. Have you ever heard that before? And they will take a ghee pan. You all know the ghee pan? That time is not ghee no more, it's ghee. They take the ghee pan and they go behind and they offer some of the food into the... In our home, it is a tradition that we don't offer the salt food, but we offer a little bit of the roti and some sweet rice and some ghee. And this is what we offer into the fire before everybody eat. And the food will have what is called barkat. You all ever hear that word before? Barkat? What does barkat mean? What does barkat mean? The food will never run out. It will have more than, not less than, more than. And so, what will happen? She couldn't believe what had happened. She couldn't believe. But she kept her blessing a secret. Listen to what the Katha says. The Katha says she kept her blessing as a... Say that word with me. She kept her blessing as a... There's some things you have to keep to yourself. You can't tell everybody. Actually, there are many things you should keep to yourself and not tell everybody. And so, keeping this a secret, what will happen? Lord Brahma in the heavens recognized all of the leelas that was happening. And so, seeing the power, he was convinced that Lord Krishna was an avatar of Lord Vishnu. As though he wasn't sure, he was convinced now. And so, being convinced, he decided to test Lord Krishna. He decided to test Lord Krishna. What will he do? Listen, the Katha tells us. Bolo Sri Seetahal, 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 Jai Siyavar Ram. Bolo
Seetahal, 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 Jai Siyavar Ram.
Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Jai Siyavar Ram.
Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Jai Siyavar Ram.
Bhagwant Brahma Krishna Dehi Divya Shakti Rupa Nekal Jangal De ke Saath de kar bhuja. Bolo Seetahal, 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 Jai Siyavar Ram.
Seetahal, 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 Jai Siyavar Ram.
Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Jai Siyavar Ram.
Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Jai Siyavar Ram.
Bhagwan Brahma Dehi Krishna Saat Sati Ka Gayo Soni Karma Bani Pirita Dekar Manusha Duja. Bolo Seetahal, 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 Jai Siyavar Ram.
Seetahal, 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 Jai Siyavar Ram.
Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Jai Siyavar Ram.
Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Jai Siyavar Ram.
Lord Brahma appeared. He appeared close to this place where Lord Krishna was. And Lord Krishna will spend all of his times in the company of the cow and his friends. What kind of friends do you have? All we have are memories of the past. True or not? Not miseries from the past. All we have is memories of the past. Some might be misery. Some of your experience might not have been pleasant ones. But you have memories of those things. And because you have memories of those things, they help you to enjoy the now. They prepare you and they have taught you the lesson of how not to make the same mistake again. Bhagwan Krishna is keeping the company of his friend. What is the most fun thing you ever did with your friends when you were growing up? Hello? What is the most fun thing you ever did with your friends in your childhood? Ask the person next to you, what do you do? Ask them, what do you do? Papa, ask Mama. What you do? Ask her. What is the most outstanding memory of your experiences with your friends as an adult? Hello? What is your most outstanding memory when you are adult with the friends that you have? One that stand out. I don't know about you, you know. Anywhere I go, I have fun, you know. Anywhere I go, you tell me don't do something, I doing just that, you know. Don't sit down here, I ride it. Boop. Or this chair, you mean don't sit down? You know, just last year, we had the privilege of having a group time out. And if you know me, I am not staying in my room alone. So I am visiting everybody's room. I'm like a bhoot barming. And when I go into Dave and Cindy's room, I see in their room they have an ocean view and jacuzzi, and I don't have that in mine. But what I see, they have a gigantic horse. From the time I saw the horse, I got a stool and I jump up on the horse. And they look at me, they say, look, monkey on horse. And I said to them, no, take a picture, take a picture. And after they take the picture, I say, well, now help me come down. But you see, the thing is, all we have of that is memories. All we have of that is the memories. And every time you remember the enjoyable, pleasurable moments in that, you smile. There was something to enjoy all the time. There was somebody to enjoy all the time. Some people leave home the gym shoe not to go in the gym. And when the husband knows, go secretly and buy a shoe. Some people get up after you come from the gym to pretend they're now going to the gym after they eat breakfast. You remember that? But you have memories. You remember. Krishna is spending time with his friends. You know what is his memory? His memory is how all of them, they started tying their pot up in the ceiling so that they wouldn't reach it. Listen to what his memory is. And to get up there, they had to stand on each other's back and create a ladder to climb. And when they get up on top there, Krishna will dip his hand, lick first, and then pass his juta hand down for everybody else to lick. Husband don't want to drink from the same glass as your own wife. Children don't want to drink from the same cup as their mother and father. In kindergarten, everybody drinking from the same chubby. You all know? Can you all remember that? I was a child when chubby just came out. Well, chubby was the thing. I carrying a banana one for breakfast and a red one for lunch. And I coming home to drink a grape one. Now you could understand why I was really chubby. Huh? But you're sharing and everybody drinking from the same bottle. Now if you have to drink from a bottle, you're studying juta. It brings me to a point. In puja, you never want to offer something that is juta to Bhagwan. Is that true or not? You never want to offer something that is juta to Bhagwan. True or not? I can't hear you. Is that true or no? True. You never want to offer anything that is juta. Do we really practice that? Do we really practice that? Hello? Do we really practice that? Let me show you an example. We're going to do the puja. So we have the lotus of water. And there is a leaf like this inside of it. In every puja, you all remember seeing that? And then the Baba say, wash your hand, pavitra, pavitrava, sarva vastam gatopiva. And then the Baba say, sip the water. And he say, Keshavaya. And then he say, Madhavaya. And then he say, Madhu Sundanaya. And then he say, wash your hand again. And then you dry your hand and you put on the ring and you get your raksha and you get your chandan. And then he say, put your hand together and chant the invocation. And then he say, offer water and wash Bhagwan foot. Where the water coming from? Ain't you just taste that water? Didn't you just drink from this very same vessel that you're offering to Bhagwan? That's why every single day when I sat here, I never sipped any water from my vessel. I washed my hand, but I never sipped any of the water from my vessel that I was going to offer with. And if you noticed, when I was doing the puja, that's what I did. But you see, we are convenient and selective. The little baby can't eat the kurma because God have to get it. But you drink the water before you offer it to Bhagwan. What makes this right and that wrong? What makes that wrong and this right? I am just asking for Uncle Budewa. He tell me to ask. What makes it right? What makes it wrong? Krishna. You know what happens? Omati? Krishna. You know what happens? He's with his friends and Lord Brahma appears in that place disguised. But Lord Brahma creates an illusion and he makes the cows and Krishna's friends disappear. He locked them away into a cave where they cannot be found. And locking them away in the cave, he's observing Krishna. But he sits there and sits there and sits there and sits there. And sitting there, he becomes bored because nothing is happening. All Krishna is doing is playing his flute and nothing is happening. I'm becoming bored. What will happen? Listen. Bolo Seetahal, 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 Jai Siyavar Ram. Clap your hands.
Seetahal, 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 Jai Siyavar Ram.
Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Jai Siyavar Ram.
Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Jai Siyavar Ram.
देखह पूता चलता रूपा भगवान कृष्ण रूपा जान हो देखा देखी स्वरूपा बिनका देकर ब्रह्मा बोलो सीताराम 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 जय सियावर राम
सीताराम 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 जय सियावर राम
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम जय सियावर राम
राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम जय सियावर राम.
Brahma, he nods away for a little. And as he nods away for a little, you know what happens? At that time, Bhagwan Krishna, he quickly brings back his friends and the cows and everybody, and as normal. And as Lord Brahma opened his eyes, he saw them there. And he couldn't figure out what was happening. Because he tried to prevent Krishna from enjoying the company of his friends and the cows. This is what made him happy. I want to tell you that many a times when beings recognize you are happy and they know the source from which your happiness comes, they try to create problems in your life. Is that true or not? Hello, when you're in Yagna, don't lie. Is that true or not? Sometimes when you know others are happy and you know that there is something that is making them happy, you, because of envy, try to do something as well. True or not? Hello, is that true or not? Your friends become envious when they think that you have new friends. True or not? Hello, true or not? When you're in your gut, don't lie, talk the truth. Amy, is that true? Amy, is that true? Oh. Amy saying yes with... Yes. Brahma opens his eyes and recognizing that Lord Krishna has figured what is happening. Immediately Lord Brahma, Danvat Karo, he falls to the feet of Krishna. And falling to the feet of Krishna, what will happen? Lord Krishna just smiles. And all he's doing is playing the basuri. I want you to give thought. I want you, Dave, take a look at Lord Ganesh. Is there a weapon in his hand? The axe is in the hand of Lord. Is that a weapon? Look at Lord Hanuman. Take a look at Lord Hanuman. Everybody, look at Lord Hanuman. Is there a weapon in his hand? What is the weapon called? Look at Lord Vishnu. We're looking at the males. Look at Lord Vishnu. He's on this side. Does he have a weapon? Look at Lord Shiva. Even the eulogy, the bhajan that glorifies Lord Shiva, you know what it says? Trishuldara Shiva Trishuldara, Trishuldara Shiva Trishuldara, Gauri Priya Shankara, Shiva Gauri Priya Shankara, O Shiva Hare Gauri Priya Shankara, Shiva Shiva Shiva. It says, even Lord Shiva has a weapon, isn't it? What's the weapon of Lord Shiva? Trishul. What's the weapon of Krishna? Look at Krishna. What is his weapon? What is the weapon of Lord Krishna? Look at him. Where is the weapon? Listen to the keyboard. Listen. What is the weapon of Lord Krishna? He has no weapon. All he has is charm. That's all he has. All he has is charm. That's what he has. His charm will bring calm. That's what it does. His charm brings calm. The name of Bhagwan can be compared to different things. Do you know? Ram, Nam. If you have to compare Shri Ram to something, what is it? Because the name Ram, if you have to compare Ram to something, what will it be? Some parsa that you offer. When you're doing Hanuman Puja, you don't say Hanuman Puja, you say we're doing what? Rot. Rot is the parsad of Lord Hanuman. If you have to compare the name Ram to some parsad, what will it be? Nigel, what will it be? If you have to compare Lord Krishna and his name to some kind of parsad, what will it be? Huh? What will it be? Let me tell you what it is. Ram Naam Laddu Gopal Naam Gi Hari Naam Misri Tu Bol Bol. You ever hear that before? Ram Naam Laddu Gopal Naam Gi. Ram Naam is like Laddu. When you call the name of even the parsad, you're calling God's name. Did you know that? When you call even the name of parsad, you're calling God's name. That's why a manifestation of Lord Vishnu was Kurma avatar. When you have the puja, you say I'm making Kurma, isn't it? But in 2023, you say you're making Kumar. But even Kurma is a name of Bhagwan Vishnu. Every prasad that we offer, once you call the name, is as though you're calling the name of Bhagwan. Did you give thought to that? Lord Brahma, who is the God of creation, he's forced to bow to Lord Krishna in humility. You and I, we must recognize that humility is the doorway to success. Humility is the doorway to mukti, to liberation. You and I have to recognize that we must be able to fit in anywhere, anytime. And just in case we recognize that we don't fit in, what you have to do? What you have to do? You have to do a little adjustment. And last night I showed the jackets. You all saw it? There are many people who came to me and they say, well, I didn't like that jacket. Well, I want to tell you, that's the reason I had to show you. Because not every lesson that is taught you will like. Some they're very applicable to you, and some they're not. But anytime you get offended, it means that some kind of checking has to be done. Some kind of correction has to be done. We can look at it another way. Dave got sling up in a jacket. You all remember? He was like, but that very same jacket, if you take the time to tailor it, it is going to fit him properly, isn't it? And everything comes and happens with time, but in the right time. Everything happens with time, but only in the right time. And the right time is always God's time. So tell the person next to you, everything happens, but in the right time. Tell them. And tell them for me again, the right time is always God's time. Tell them. Ram Krishna Hare Mukunda Murare. Ram Krishna Hare Mukunda Murare. Panduranga Panduranga Rama Krishna Hare. Panduranga Panduranga Rama Krishna Hare. Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Radha Vallabha Radhe Sham Seetaram Seetaram Sita Vallabha Seetaram Radha Mukunda Radhe Sham Radha Govinda Radhe Sham Radhe 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 Govinda Krishna Mukunda He Nanda Nandana Oh Nanda Nandana He Nanda Nandana Oh Nanda Nandana Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda. Tonight I want to tell you that you're not made to make everybody happy, and you can't make everybody happy all the time. When you find yourself caught in a trap of trying to please other people, you forget who you are, and you forget what your real purpose in life is. Sometimes it is important to sit down and press the refresh button and refresh yourself and remind yourself that it's okay to be different. It is okay to not be accepted. It is okay to not be liked. It is okay. And if you can't sit down and take the time to press that refresh button, then the shine in you will never shine. Your potential in you will never be able to come out. You'll never be able to fully express yourself. You'll always be suppressed. Keep the company of those. From the time you see them, you can't help but smile. Keep the company of people that when you see them, you feel comfort, you feel shelter, you feel hope, you feel protected, you feel love. Keep the company of those. Do you have friends like that? Do you have friends like that? And it's okay The smaller your circle is, the more peaceful your life is. The smaller your circle is, the more pleasurable life becomes. Do you believe that? You're not for everyone, but there is someone who helps you to awaken your shine and reminds you that though you can't please everyone, remember me in your most trying, difficult times. Cindy said, somebody came to her and he said, why 21 times? It is the amount of times that Raja Parikshit sat and he listened to the Katha. And so by listening to the Katha for this prolonged period of time, or this time, the only time that he had, his soul got salvation, mukti. And we follow the same thing, hoping that when that will come to us, that we too will get mukti and will get salvation. To have and to host a Bhagwat is no easy task. Do you all know this? It is no easy task. To host an event like this requires great discipline. And the Ganesh Utsav Foundation, they have displayed this discipline. And tonight I want you to give them a round of applause. To host an event like this, it requires dedication and tolerance. And that's what Dave and Cindy, they have displayed. And their daughters, that's what they have displayed. I want you to give them a special clap. And without you, we couldn't have a Bhagwat. There were people who came from far and near and different cities and towns, while people from our group was flying and going different places. People were interested in flying and coming to the Yagna. Huh? Well, we gave 1 year in advance the new date for the next Bhagwat, so you could plan your vacation. You know the date now, so you can plan your vacation. Because there will be one place that will be going and Bhagwan wouldn't be interested to know which vacation you went on. He'll be very interested to know which Bhagwat you went to and which Yagya you went to. Over the days we have heard many stories from many people who came. Different temples came from different locations. And they came with their maxis and their taxis, and we want to say thank you. Without you, it would not have been a success. I want you to give yourselves a clap. In your homes, you looked on, give yourself a clap. You did well. And I want to remind you, there is one session tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, we begin at 10 o'clock. Tomorrow morning we'll begin at 10 o'clock as per the request of the Vice President of the Ganesh Utsav Foundation. As per his request, we'll begin at 10 o'clock. Come. Come and be a part of the worship. Come and let us take a bath. In our last Bhagwat, the Bhagwat closed off with a katha of how Raja Parikshit dies. Tomorrow, we close off with something even more interesting that I think you probably would never have heard before. We listen to. Some being is about to leave, but it is not Raja Parikshit. In the Bhagavad Gita, the last 2 lines, as this being was leaving the company of Arjun, Arjun says, how will I live without you? And he says to Arjun, he says, remember, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Pato Danurdana, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruvani Tirma Tirmama. Wherever I am, even in thought, in that place, goodness, victory, unfailing righteousness will be there. Such is my conviction. Who is this being? Tomorrow morning we listen to. In one voice, everybody. Ram Krishna Hare Mukunda Murare. Panduranga Panduranga Rama Krishna Hare. Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Radha Vallabha Radhe Sham Seetaram Seetaram Sita Vallabha Seetaram Radha Mukunda Radhe Sham Radha Govinda Radhe Sham Radhe 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 Govinda Krishna Mukunda He Nande Nandela Oh Nande Nandela He Nande Nandela Oh Nande Nandela Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Ram Krishna Hare Mukunda Murare Panduranga Panduranga Rama Krishna Hare Panduranga Panduranga Rama Krishna Hare Tonight I don't know if Omkar, can you zoom up to this? The card says Pandit Sunil Seetahal Maharaj, and there is a date on the card. There is a date on the card, and the date is the 23rd of the 10th month 2020. That's what this card was handwritten and given to me as a gift. The person who gave me this card wrote this in his own handwriting. A past educator who taught in a secondary school for many, many years. But he was not only a school teacher, he is a pastor, a Presbyterian pastor. But whenever he meets with me, he never treats me as though I'm a Hindu and he's a Christian. We greet and we meet and we treat each other with love and with respect. But he wrote on this card a very valuable lesson. A very valuable lesson he wrote on this card. And he says in this card that there is a lesson that you can learn from the clock. Take a look at your watch. Everybody, take a look at your watch. There is a lesson that can be learned from your watch and from the clock. Look at your watch, Brenda. Look at Andy Champaon. And listen to what he wrote on this card. He wrote on this card what the clock says. I serve thee here with all my might, to tell the hours by day and night. Therefore, example take from me, serve thy God as I serve thee. Listen to the words. Therefore, example take from me, serve thy God as I serve thee. But as fate will have it, he is in the ICU and he is fighting for his life. And his wife said to me, she said, please, I want you to say a prayer. She said, because of you, he loved Parsad and Puja. And he will go and sit and just listen. He has attended almost every Ganesh Utsav we have held in Pali Spa. I'm telling you about a pastor. There is a difference with people who are born into a religion and people who are converted into a religion. People who are born into a religion appreciates and loves other people and their religions. But people who are converted, they become fanatics. And the strange thing is, they did not become fanatic of the right thing, because they are supposed to be fanatics of God, not religion. And they start criticizing and condemning and saying, my God better and your God better. There is only one God. Tell the person next to you, there is only one God. Tell them for me, he is worshipped on every altar in the world. Tell them. I want to hear you tell them. We see him differently. We worship him differently. But we are all on that same pathway to him. And the only way we could reach to him is not by our religion, but by the love that our religion teaches, and by building a relationship with him through the teachings of our scriptures and our religion. And mind you, there isn't a single religion in this world that could take you to God. But it's your belief in your religion that helps you to appreciate that there is a God. And tonight, I want you to just put your hands together and let us pray. And tonight we send our love as we pray for him. As I chant these verses, we pray to Bhagwan, to Paramatma. Please have compassion on him. And Bhagwan, you already know of our present, our past and our future. And so we pray salutations unto thee again and again. Hari Om. Sing with me. Narayan Shri Narayan, Narayan Shri Narayan, Narayan Shri Narayan, Narayan Shri Narayan,
Narayan Shri Narayan, Narayan Shri Narayan, Narayan Shri Narayan, Narayan Shri Narayan.
Gita Ganga च गायत्री सीता सत्य सरस्वती ब्रह्मा विद्या ब्रह्मा बलि त्रिसंध्या मुक्तगेहिनी अर्त माता चिदानंदा भवगनी बे नाशिनी वेद त्रयी परानंद तत्त ज्ञान मंजनी नारायण श्री नारायण, नारायण श्री नारायण, नारायण श्री नारायण, नारायण श्री नारायण. मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलं गयते गिरिं यत् कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं. नारायण श्री नारायण, 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 नारायण श्री नारायण. लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय. Last night, our president and our vice president asked, they said, when you say you are reading Gita, or when you say you are chanting Gita, is the Gita, Ganga, Gayatri? What is that? And I said to them, well, I prefer not to tell you privately. I prefer to tell you publicly so that everybody will be able to know and learn from this. It tells us according to scripture that one of the greatest gifts that we can give while we're alive is the gift of the Gita, Indan. By doing this, you are giving one of the Mahadans, the greatest dans that can be given. Why? Because one of the greatest dans that can be given is Vidya Dan. And Vidya means knowledge. So by giving the gift of the Gita, you are giving knowledge. By giving the gift of the Gita, you are giving knowledge. But the only way this gift becomes energized is when you can chant the Gita from beginning to end. It is impossible for us to chant the Bhagavad Gita from beginning to end in the limited time that we have. So what we do, we chant the names of the verses of Bhagavad Gita. One of the name of the chapter is Gita, Ganga, Gayatri, Sita, Satya, Saraswati, Brahma, Vidya, Brahma, Bali, Tri Sandhya, Mukta, Gehini. And so every one of those are the names of the different chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Did you notice? So that's just for information. And so we can't read the entire Gita, but we chant the names of the chapters of Bhagavad Gita. And so it means that the gift becomes energized. And that's the reason why we do this. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. We prepare for the Havan. As we prepare for the Havan, we sing the little chant. Let's sing together. Baju Mane Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Radhe, Radhe 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 Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Krishna Kanhaiya,
Baju Mane Krishna Kanhaiya,
Baju Mane Krishna, 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 Krishna Kanhaiya,
Baju Mane Krishna Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Kanhaiya,
Baju Mane Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe 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 Govinda,
Baju Mane Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Govinda,
Baju Mane Sita Rama,
Baju Mane Sita Rama,
Baju Mane Sita Rama,
Baju Mane Sita Rama,
Baju Mane Sita, Sita Sita, Sita Sita Rama,
Baju Mane Sita Sita Sita, Sita Sita Rama,
Baju Mane Radhe Shama,
Baju Mane Radhe Shama,
Baju Mane Radhe Shama,
Baju Mane Radhe Shama,
Baju Mane Radhe 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 Shama. Clap your hands, sing with me. Let's all sing. Everybody, let's clap our hands. Sing with me.
Radhe Radhe Rama,
Baju Mane Sita Mukunda,
Baju Mane Sita Mukunda,
Baju Mane Sita Mukunda,
Baju Mane Sita Mukunda,
Baju Mane Sita, Sita Sita, Sita Sita Mukunda,
Baju Mane Sita Sita Sita, Sita सीता मुकुंद
भजो मन राधे श्यामा
भजो मन राधे श्यामा
भजो मन राधे श्यामा
भजो मन राधे श्यामा
भजो मन राधे 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 श्यामा
भजो मन राधे गोविंदा
भजो मन राधे गोविंदा
भजो मन राधे गोविंदा
भजो मन राधे गोविंदा
भजो मन राधे 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 गोविंदा हरि बोल
राधे 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 गोविंदा
भजो मन राधे 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 गोविंदा
भजो मन राधे 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 गोविंदा
भजो मन कृष्ण 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 गोविंदा
भजो मन राधे 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 गोविंदा
भजो मन राधे गोविंदा बोलो
राधे गोविंदा
भजो मन राधे गोविंदा
भजो मन राधे गोविंदा
भजो मन राधे 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 गोविंदा
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंदा ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम गोविंद गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद गोपाल गोपाल भजो कृष्ण मुकुंदा ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम गोविंद गोपाला, जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला।
गोविंद गोपाला, जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला।
राधे गोविंद गोपाला, जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला।
राधे गोविंद गोपाला, जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला।
कृष्णा मधुसूदना, मधुसूदना कृष्णा।
कृष्णा मधुसूदना, मधुसूदना कृष्णा।
कृष्णा मधुसूदना, मधुसूदना कृष्णा।
कृष्णा मधुसूदना, मधुसूदना कृष्णा।
गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला,
गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला।
हरि गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला।
हरि गोविंद गोविंद गोपाला।
राधे गोविंद गोपाला, जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला। बोलो
राधे गोविंद गोपाला, जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला।
राधे गोविंद गोपाला, जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला।
राधे गोविंद गोपाला, जय गोविंद राधे गोपाला।
चित चोदा यशोदा की बात, नवनीत चोर गोपाल।
यशोदा यशोदा की बात, नवनीत चोर गोपाल।
चित चोदा यशोदा की बात, नवनीत चोर गोपाल।
यशोदा यशोदा की बात, नवनीत चोर गोपाल।
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला, जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला। जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला।
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला, जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला। जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला।
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला, जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला। जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला।
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला, जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला। जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला।
चित चोदा यशोदा की बात, नवनीत चोर गोपाल।
यशोदा यशोदा की बात, नवनीत चोर गोपाल।
Let us all say thank you to Lord Krishna. Thank you for choosing us. Thank you for blessing us. And thank you for giving us this opportunity as a group, as a family, as a unit to worship you. Many are called and few are. The choice is totally yours. Say thank you. चित चोदा यशोदा की बात, नवनीत चोर गोपाल।
यशोदा यशोदा की बात, नवनीत चोर गोपाल।
चित चोदा यशोदा की बात, नवनीत चोर गोपाल।
यशोदा यशोदा की बात, नवनीत चोर गोपाल।
गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे, हे गोपी गोपी बाला। गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे, हे मुरली गान लोला।
गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे, हे गोपी गोपी बाला। गोविंद हरे गोपाल हरे, हे मुरली गान लोला।
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला, जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला। जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला।
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला, जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला। जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला।
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला, जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला। जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला।
जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला, जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला। जय जय गिरिधर गोपाला।
चित चोदा यशोदा की बात, नवनीत चोर गोपाल।
यशोदा यशोदा की बात, नवनीत चोर गोपाल।
नवनीत चोर गोपाल। वृंदावन में हरि लाल की, वृंदावन में हरि लाल की, वृंदावन में हरि लाल की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की। नवनीत चोर गोपाल, नवनीत चोर गोपाल, नवनीत चोर गोपाल. Before we join in the arti, sing with me everybody. Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Remember your pictures. Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. In the instance when mother has died and she has left, remember her. Remember her tonight as we ask Bhagwan to bless her soul. In the instance where father has died, remember him as we ask Bhagwan to have compassion. Grandmothers, grandfathers, uncles, aunts, siblings, brothers and sisters, maybe even children tonight. We pray that may Bhagwan wrap his embrace around those souls. And when those souls have been reincarnated, we beg of you, Paramatma, may those souls never suffer for want of anything. We beg of thee, become their provider, become their protector, become their aid. We beg of you, listen to our prayer, listen to our prayer. Salutations unto thee again and again, now and forevermore. जब चांद तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो. जब चांद तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, और कोई न केवन हारा हो, फिर तू ही मेरा हार करो. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. In one voice, everybody. Jai Krishna, with all your love. Shri Krishna Hare, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. अनादिनी धनुदेवा, शंख चक्र गदाधर, अक्षय पुंडरीकाक्ष, प्रीतमुक्ष प्रदोर्भव, प्रीतमुक्ष प्रदोर्भव, प्रीतमुक्ष प्रदोर्भव. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर. Sing with everybody. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे. पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा. जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, फिर जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. Remember them in your prayer. We owe a debt of gratitude to our Pitris, our ancestors. I am holding the picture of my grandmother, to whom I owe a debt of gratitude, to whom was molded me and helped me into becoming the best version of myself. You too, hold that. Visualize them tonight and send your love and your good vibrations and positive energy. Pray with me. तेरा दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा, तेरा नाम भी माला जपते रहूं। तेरा दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा, तेरा नाम भी माला जपते रहूं। भव सागर में तेरी नैया, भव सागर में तेरी नैया, चन में जाए किनार हो, फिर चन में जाए किनार हो। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। अच्युतम केशवम राम नारायणम, कृष्ण दामोदरम वासुदेवम हरे। श्रीधरम माधवम गोपिका बल्लभम, श्रीधरम माधवम गोपिका बल्लभम। जानकी नायकम रामचंद्र भजे, जानकी नायकम रामचंद्र भजे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे,
हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे।
हरे रामा रम रामा हरे हरे।
हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे।
हरे रामा रम रामा हरे हरे।
हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा
चन्ना की पूछ सितारों से, तारों की पूछ हजारों से। सबसे प्यारा कौन है? पापा, मेरे पापा। पापा, मेरे पापा। पापा, मेरे पापा। वृंदावन मेरे लाल की जय।